might like have everything on a half slab, which means nothing can spawn, but that means converting all of this into slabs, which requires more shulker boxes. This, building this is also in the big video. Where is the stone cutter I know I should have? Also, this is my failed breeder. I tried doing it without a tutorial, but I guess I just suck. I don't see a stone cutter. This is why I want a centralized storage system, because I wouldn't have to fly back and forth like this. I don't have a crafting table here. Yes, I have a bunch of wood, but... ouch, what the fuck? Also, I have named all my like actively used elytras into Minty. So we're currently on Minty 3 because I am on Linux Mint. So every elytra is named Minty because I thought it would be a clever little joke. I hear clicking in my headphones. I hope it's not that they're actually breaking on me, because I don't know how old they are. I got it from our old neighbor who just comes bearing gifts every now and then. And these headphones are pretty like flat sounding, which is good for video creation. Maybe not gaming, but it's good for video creation because you kind of need flats to have the flat sounds to be able to know if you're putting in too much bass or having something be too loud or something else being too quiet, or if you have something like being very overwhelmingly clear while something else that needs to be that clear isn't that clear, which it's a lot of EQ work. So I basically got these. They are tethered. I have the cable right here. I would love it to be Bluetooth, but since I'm on Linux, unfortunately, because fuck Microsoft and what they're doing with Windows right now. Fuck you in particular. If it's like one off because I counted wrong on the other side, I am going to commit a crime. For legal reasons, that's a joke. I downloaded the Voxy mod, but I don't currently have it on because Jesus Christ, what it made my CPU 10 degrees hotter than it usually is without shaders. My brain is so gone. I kinda want to put my villager breeder and villager trading hall in this space, but I'm afraid that it will connect to this and make like iron golems spawn everywhere else because we're expanding the village area. Here, stone bricks. These numbers do not lie. I kinda want to make an arena and then host like small events for me and my friends, and have like the essential mod and have them connect to my world, and then we can just duke it out in an arena, like big private servers, having friends come together and then those friends would just fight it out in an arena. Imagine now when we have spears and maces. Hold on, I'm quickly going to check if someone has actually done it. No, I don't think anyone has done that. Oh my god, that would be such a cool video idea. Oh my god. It's going to be fun editing this down to some highlights. Make sure to light the inside or that's gonna be a monster nightmare. I know. I am going to spawn proof. Like, I'm going to flatten everything and then fill it in with slabs. One thing I wish is that within the area that the beacon gives you an effect, it would also like make sure that no mobs spawn. Like, it would just delete mobs that spawn within their area. Like, I would appreciate that because when I build, I usually do these really big projects or really small projects in a very big area, like a bunch of them. So it becomes pretty big really fast. I want an ice light or a cold light, some form of light source that won't melt snow and ice, but keeps monsters from spawning. Yes! Yes! that is something I really, really want to. Because imagine you have this like winter wonderland build and you have some kind of light source and then all the snow just melts. That's such a bad design, and I think that's something people have actually been asking for years. We got the copper golem, just give us everything else. The game would be so much more whimsy then. Give us the Forgotten update. Yeah. I really want an update like that. Like, give us like some kind of adventure update again. Like when they added the elytra, like I'm not asking for a new way of travel, I'm asking for more things to explore, more items to collect that have a use. For example, I hate how small they made the pale garden. It's way too small. Like, where did the large, expansive spruce biome kinda thing go? And where did the enormous sea go? And I get that they can't generate a sea forever, but like, you get what I mean. Like, I want larger biomes of the smaller biomes. Like, at least a larger mushroom islands. I really like, they can do that and give us biomes where all the forgotten stuff spawns naturally. For example, imagine you have this big, let's call it just the flower fields. Palewood needs to infect like 8 biomes going outwards around it, so it feels backing, you can get lost in it. But some here, words, and I would like procedurally spreading skulk as well. Maybe not like up to the surface, but it infects, like it will eventually infect the entire cave that it's in. Or imagine just more life. I want more magical life, like maybe not adding stuff like fairies. We kinda already got that with LAs. Oh my god, imagine a biome, not just a structure where LAs actually spawn. They just float around in this kind of like magical biome. They are using way too many particles in newer biomes. Like, keep it just to rain and snow. And so you don't need a custom particle for each biome. I also want to do like a stream where I do like 3D models and then make the statues, make statues or buildings of those 3D models. Like, I make a 3D model, put it into a website I know exists, which is basically a OBJ to Schematica, like Lightmatica schematic converter. And then I can just put that file into a schematic folder and use a schematic to build it. Does that look good? I might actually, for the parts that are underwater, use a mix of tough and deep slate, and like different types of deep slate, because where do I have deep slate? Here. That deep slate, tough, and then some like silk touched deep slate. So I'm gonna get these 2 shulker boxes, and I'll fly up and use half slabs, because this is going to spawn proof the inside, so I'll just do this. Are we completing this build tonight?
No.
This has taken 2 hours? All this just 2 hours? With me just jorking around. One thing I do need is a tree farm, which I'm gonna make that someday, but maybe not today. But I will do some IRL streams every now and then. I'll set up Streamlabs on one of my phones and I'll just walk around. I recently kind of had a hip injury and I lost a lot of cardio, a lot of lung capacity, a lot of cardio, because I just didn't work out and I haven't been able to get into the correct headspace to actually go work out since then. Most of my workouts that I've like kept me sorta healthy is helping my parents out moving stuff. Also, I am planning on making since I'm on Linux I can't use PowerPoint, but I'm gonna use for the first time actually LibreOffice's slideshow thing, and I'm going to do a streaming goals thing because in 2026 I want to hit some goals. I will maybe be a little disappointed if I don't hit the goals, but I think the goals I have in my head are pretty realistic because I've seen like the trends in my content, and if I keep up streaming, I want to stream over Christmas because I'm gonna be with family, and New Year's I'm gonna be with the person I'm currently dating. No, they are not my girlfriend yet, but I might vlog it though. But I'm happy I'm not in a long distance relationship anymore, because Jesus Christ, every time, like, history repeats itself with long distance. At least for me. Basically how I avoided long distance this time was going on a dating app and be like scroll through every person in my region and then just basically lurk on that app. Should we make just a tunnel going through and then have like farms go around it and like maximize the space for farms? And maybe like have a fish farm in the middle? This is a massive build, oh my god. The scale of it just set in as I was flying up. Imagine that I made this build because I was bored and just made a box, and now I'm like, oh my god, I can make it an anvil. Because iron anvil. Oh my god. I'm still contemplating making a tunnel. How many FPS do I still have? I have over 170 FPS with shaders because I have a 2066 gigabyte and running the shaders on Potato. By the way, the shaders I'm using is Complementary Reimagined. I would use Solus if it was updated for 1.21.11, but it's not, so yeah.
I like fem boys and I cannot lie. You motherfuckers can't deny that when I go.
I hate phantoms, but I'm not gonna turn them off because I feel like that's kind of cheating. I really need to watch a EQ tutorial later because I know this is not how good EQ is supposed to sound. This is like amateur EQ. Jesus Christ. Round and round and round again. I desperately need a haircut. Oh yeah, that is definitely something huge. And no, I'm not considering auto-clicking as cheating because it's my world and f you. I for some reason have found a like random appreciation. Not like, oh my god, I love techno, it's all I listen to, but I do actually like techno and I would love to go to a rave someday. That's your own fault. That was a pretty good clip though.